Oh my God, everyone here, imagine if you had finally gone to a good university and found a good job similar to a state-owned enterprise with a monthly salary of $3,000. Your teacher asked you to quit this $3,000 job, give up the 5 months paid vacation, work all year round as a soldier, risk your life on the battlefield, and only earn $200 a month. You would think this person is crazy and stop associating with him immediately, right? But Robert Kiyosaki didn't. After you struggled to come back from the army and were ready to do a great job, he asked you to be a salesman. When you couldn't make a sale as a salesman and went to him, he told you to work overtime and do a part-time job. This part-time job didn't pay a penny and was completely for charity, helping charities raise funds. After work every day, you had to stand and make 100 phone calls. You weren't allowed to sleep until you finished. You will think this teacher is sick and abnormal, and you will run away immediately. But Robert Kiyosaki didn't. He really made phone calls, and later he found that when you are afraid of being rejected by others, the moment you visit a customer and knock on the door, you knock on the door while silently repeating in your heart, "Don't open, don't open, don't open." When you dial a phone number and the ringtone rings, your heart is giving yourself a hint. Don't answer, don't answer, don't answer. You are too afraid. You are full of fear of sales. Kill the fear, and you will be omnipotent. But when you are rejected 100 times, 1,000 times, you are tired, you know. Only when a person has experienced being pierced by tens of thousands of arrows can he shine brilliantly. Without being pierced by tens of thousands of arrows, how can he shine brilliantly? Without being trapped in a cocoon, how can a caterpillar become a butterfly? So Robert Kiyosaki was no more afraid. He got immunity then. So he instantly became the top salesperson and sales champion of Xerox. The rich dad said, "Come on, get promoted and be the manager." Robert Kiyosaki said, Rich dad, it's not good to be a manager. The salary is low and the commission for sales is high. Rich dad said, "Will you listen to me? If not, get out and don't come to me again." "Okay, I'll be a manager." Robert Kiyosaki became a good manager, right? He became again the best and could afford a new Porsche. Robert Kiyosaki's income was high, right? He could earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. The rich dad said, "Quit your job and start your own business. Come on, quit." If it were you, could you stand such a teacher? But Robert Kiyosaki obeyed and quit. That is when the rich dad started asking him, "Do you know why I asked you to join the army?" "No." "Do you know why you were sent to Xerox to be a salesman?" "Yes, to learn sales." "Do you know why you were asked to quit as a salesman and become a manager?" "Yes, to learn management." What are the 3 abilities needed to start a business as an entrepreneur? Sales, management, and leadership. Then, do you know why you were asked to join the army? "Oh yes, I see. It's to train my leadership skills." Do you know why Wang Shi was able to build Vanke to its current scale? Do you know why Ren Zhengfei was able to build Huawei to its current scale? Because both of them have served in the military. There is no stronger leadership than that of the military, needless to say. Rich Dad will never tell Robert Kiyosaki what he wants to teach Robert. He will try his best to let Robert realize what he wants to teach him. Remember, in this world, what you can hear, see, and learn is someone else, called knowledge. What you experience, realize, and generate by yourself is called wisdom. The teacher constantly fills in your brain with something called knowledge, while the master allows you to grow something in the depths of your heart called wisdom. After that, do you think the rich dad in 1956 is powerful or not? So now the era of training camps has come, and everyone is scrambling to do training camps. Master Zhou saw that the era of training camps has come, but everyone here, what year is it now? It's 2022 now. We just started doing training camps, and we just started teaching people in the way of training camps. Rich Dad started teaching people in training camps in 1956. So Robert Kiyosaki is not a billionaire taught by financial intelligence courses, but a billionaire trained by Rich Dad. So next, we will officially enter our training camp, and our courses will no longer assign you paper-based homework or discussions. No, you need to take action and training. You have to do whatever Master Zhou asks you to do. Why can students in Master Zhou's Financial Intelligence Mentor class achieve results? Master Zhou may consult with his students. He would say, quit your job now and go to this industry or that industry. Master Zhou will do that. Do you know? Master Zhou is training his students in this way. Everyone here, Master Zhou would like to share a true story with you. One of his students is a housewife from Shandong. Her husband gambled and was cheated, earning more than 5 million yuan in gambling debts. Their house and everything else were taken away by others, and the family could no longer live a normal life due to constant debt collection. At that time, Master Zhou's financial mentor class was 130,000 yuan. This student originally intended to use this 130,000 yuan to buy a house and pay the down payment. However, after listening to Master Zhou's class, she decided to enroll in his financial mentor class instead, because she can receive tutoring from Master Zhou and become his disciple. At this time, she is asking herself, which choice should I make? Master Zhou wants to ask you, if it were you, how would you make the choice? Would you use the 130,000 yuan to help your husband repay his debts, or use it to buy a house, or use it to pay tuition? If you use this money to help your husband repay his debts, you still owe more than 4 million yuan after repaying the 130,000 yuan. You will never be able to pay it off in your life. If you use this money to buy a house, the house, which is jointly owned by the couple, will also be frozen by the court, and the creditors will also force you to pay the debt. She used this money to enroll in Master Zhou's Financial Intelligence Mentor class. After enrollment, she told Master Zhou about the situation and asked him what to do. Master Zhou said, I want to ask you, what do you like to do? She said, Master Zhou, I really don't know. I've never worked before. My husband used to work. Master Zhou said, you have to stand on your own now. What do you want to do? She said, I like beauty. Master Zhou said, have you ever thought about opening your own beauty salon? She said, yes, but I don't know how to do it. Master Zhou said, come on, I'll teach you 2 tricks to pay off your debts and make your family rise again. You know, they were already ready to die and ready to jump off a building with 2 children. Master Zhou said, I'll make your family rise again. She said, okay, Master Zhou, let me know. Master Zhou said, first, get a divorce and go back to get a divorce. Second, go to your local area now and find a company that ranks first in the beauty salon industry to work. No matter what you do, even if you apply just for a beautician position. If you can't get a job, you can apply for a sales position, a leaflet distributor, or even a cleaning lady. You must get a job over there. Everyone here, if it were you, would you listen to Master Zhou? Master Zhou believes that many people would not. They have feelings for their husbands and can't divorce. Their husbands need them the most now, and they can't leave him. But she listened to Master Zhou and chose to divorce. She chose to work in a beauty salon. After working for more than a year, Master Zhou said it was okay. Now you can find someone in your shop who are interested in starting a business together, and you can create your own shop. She used her own earned salary, the resources she knew through working in the company, and the abilities and experience she cultivated to start her first shop. Gradually, the first store became 2, 3, and 4. Now, they have more than 30 branches in Shandong province with an annual income of tens of millions. She helped her husband pay off all his debts and they remarried. She bought a Mercedes-Benz G-Class car with her husband, and she also bought many shops. She is extremely grateful to Master Zhou. Master Zhou wants to ask you a question. Why did Master Zhou ask her to divorce? If she didn't divorce, she wouldn't be able to pay off her debts, because it's your joint marital property. If your wife opens a shop today, the mafia will definitely go to you for trouble and ask you for money. But I divorced with my husband. We have no legal relationship anymore, and the money I earn has nothing to do with him. This is the only way to survive. Sometimes when Master Zhou asks you to retreat, she doesn't really mean it. Sometimes it's just a strategy of retreating in order to advance. So let's just say that your wisdom is not on the same level as Master Zhou's. You might think, just like the example of Robert Kiyosaki that Master Zhou mentioned earlier, that it's ridiculous for someone to give up a salary of $3,000 to take a job with a salary of only $200, right? But you really need to remember one point. Master Zhou hopes you will always remember this point. That is, no teacher wants their students to be more and more incompetent. Which teacher doesn't want their students to be good? If you are good, won't Master Zhou also be proud? So in the future, Master Zhou's training camp will teach you to do many things. These things may seem strange to ordinary people, but you have to do them. Only by doing them will you gain something. Moreover, Master Zhou won't tell you why he asks you to do so, because that's the real purpose of this training camp. Master Zhou hopes that all the members here can accept and follow his instructions. Then, Master Zhou will assign homework. We talked about the secret of becoming rich. What is the difference between the poor and the rich? It is the different ways of making money. From today on, you shouldn't think about how to earn money, nor how to make money, but how to print money. You open your own company. You write your own book, all of which are printing money, right? Look at that guy on the audio platform Himalaya who drives an excavator, Wang Yangming. He drives an excavator during the day and reads the other people's ghost stories at night. Now his online Play account has exceeded several hundred million. His album is there, and whenever someone buys it, he gets money in his pocket. If this isn't printing money, what is it? Today, after Master Zhou finishes the training camp for you, he only needs to record it once. And this training camp can be sold for 20, 30, or even 40 years without becoming outdated. Master Zhou is also printing money, right? Robert Kiyosaki wrote books to print money. You should focus on printing money. Second, the second difference between the poor and the rich is the way they spend money. You must dare to spend money investing in your mind. Spend money according to the order of spending that Master Zhou told you. Believe that money is not gone after spending, but the more you spend, the more you have. But when spending money, you must ask yourself two questions. Is this money spent an asset or a liability? If it's an asset, spend it. If it's a liability, don't spend it. When spending money, you must recite that energy mantra. Brothers, go early and come back early. Bring more brothers and sisters back. The third difference between the poor and the rich is the difference in thinking. Everyone here, Master Zhou is going to assign homework next. Listen carefully. It's called finding catchphrases. What is finding catchphrases? You will find that poor people and the rich people, they have different catchphrases. If you encounter a person who, whenever they go shopping, asks the boss, how much is it? And before the boss even quotes the price, they subconsciously say, it's too expensive. This proves that this person has a poor mindset, a poor consciousness, and a poor way of thinking. It's too expensive, I can't afford it. I have children, so I must be poor. And what is the thinking of the rich? It's too cheap. How can I afford it? I have children, so I must be rich.